Tomi Lahren is a Fox News contributor. All right, Tommy, hit it.
You know, when D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser says that something's a bad idea, you know it's a bad idea.
Oh, yeah.
This is about to be a thug spree in D.C. if it wasn't already bad enough. But, Judge, what I cannot figure out is the rationale behind this. Now, they like to talk about this criminal justice reform. This is not criminal justice reform. And the fact that they're able to repeatedly label acts like this criminal justice reform does a major disservice to those out there that are actually trying to reform criminal justice in a positive way. Now, the reason that they're saying that they had to have this new legislation, they need to reclassify all these felonies as misdemeanors, is because they need to modernize the code. I'm not quite sure, Judge, how allowing carjackers and violent criminals to have lesser punishment, less consequences, is going to modernize anything other than allowing a criminal spree to be in that city. And unfortunately, this felon coddling, this has been a policy and a culture that is spreading nationwide. But of course, in D.C., we're going to see it get even worse.
Yeah, D.C. has certainly been on the decline since the pandemic. I mean, it is clear that the preference is for the criminal, not for the victim. That man who owned that car, he was a father, and he was an innocent victim who obviously didn't deserve what happened to him, but he's not considered by a lot of these prosecutors that we have in the country. And the so-called, social justice, nobody's defined it for me yet, but the concept is let everybody out of jail, things will be better. It's creating nothing but chaos in this country, Tommy. And I think that, what we've got to try to figure out is how we can change it. How do we change this?
Well, I'll tell you this, it's about winning over hearts and minds and explaining to them that this is not criminal justice reform. But I'm glad that you brought up the pandemic, Judge, because let's remember in D.C., you'd receive more punishment for not being masked and vaxxed than you are for carjacking. I mean,
right.
This is seen in their eyes as so much less of an offense. But I'll also say this, I think that there's a strategy behind this, because if you make every felony a misdemeanor and then you make every misdemeanor seem like it's a public service, then pretty soon it looks like you don't have a crime problem because you've simply redefined it and you've simply renamed it. I think that's the Democrat strategy here, but I think people are smarter than that. They know what's going on in their streets and their cities, or at least I would certainly hope so.
Yeah, I think so. I think people are smarter, and that's a great line. Make every misdemeanor a public service. Tomi Lahren, always great to have you on the show. Take care.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.